Quote, "Men of foresight who guard themselves against coming events know no distress." Meaning of the quote. This quote offers a simple yet profound truth. Wisdom lies not only in knowledge, but in the ability to anticipate and prepare. Those who look ahead, who examine the patterns of life and understand that events often echo the past, can act preemptively. They minimize surprise, avoid panic, and soften the impact of trials. Distress often arises from suddenness, from feeling powerless or cornered. But foresight, seeing the direction the wind is blowing, gives us the tools to respond with clarity instead of chaos. Spiritual perspective. Spiritually speaking, this quote reflects the path of the awakened individual, one who is present, observant, and connected to deeper rhythms of life. This person does not live blindly, chasing pleasure or avoiding discomfort. Instead, they cultivate discernment, which allows them to perceive not just what is happening, but what is likely to happen. By practicing inner stillness and detachment from momentary thrills or fears, such a person becomes attuned to the nature of impermanence. They understand that nothing lasts, joy or sorrow, and therefore prepare their hearts and minds for the coming changes. This preparation isn't rooted in fear, it's grounded in acceptance. As a tree braces for winter while still enjoying the autumn sun, the wise person lives in the now but plants seeds for the future, seeds of virtue, clarity, and self-mastery. Such an individual remains unshaken by life's inevitable storms because they've already made peace with their coming and trained themselves to stand firm. Scientific perspective. Science, particularly psychology and neuroscience, echoes this idea through concepts like proactive coping, resilience, and executive function. The prefrontal cortex helps us plan, analyze consequences, and resist impulsive behavior. It is what allows us to choose long-term gain over short-term pleasure or panic. Stress research shows that individuals who anticipate challenges and take steps to mitigate them are less likely to suffer the negative effects of anxiety or trauma. In behavioral economics, the concept of loss aversion tells us people fear unexpected losses more than anticipated ones. Thus, foresight can help protect our mental well-being by reducing that fear. Foresight isn't magical, it's practical. It's the combination of experience, observation, and wisdom, allowing us to act before the crisis becomes urgent. Whether in disaster preparedness, financial planning, or healthcare, those who plan ahead fare better than those who leave things to chance. Let's bring this wisdom to life through a short story. The Lantern Maker's Legacy. In a quiet village nestled between two mountains lived an old lantern maker. Every year, before the rainy season, he would check the riverbanks and repair the flood channels, though most years the rain never rose past the bridge. The younger villagers mocked him. "Why do you waste your time? The river hasn't flooded in decades." The old man smiled. "That is why it may flood soon." One year, the rains came early and hard. Water surged down the mountains, and the river overflowed its banks. But the channels he had cleared guided the flood away from the village. The homes were safe. When they asked him how he knew, he said, "I didn't know. I just listened, to the signs, to the silence, and to my experience." His foresight saved lives, not because he could predict the future, but because he respected it. How it applies to everyday life. Foresight isn't about being paranoid or overly cautious. It's about being conscious, responsible, and mindful. Here are some practical ways this wisdom applies in modern daily life. Career. The job market is constantly evolving. Foresight means upgrading your skills, building a network, or exploring side projects so you're not caught off guard by layoffs or automation. Finances. Living below your means, saving, and investing early are acts of foresight that create stability, even when life throws a financial curveball like medical bills or job loss. Relationships. Emotional foresight helps you spot patterns of miscommunication or disconnection. Addressing issues before they grow builds stronger, healthier relationships. Mental and emotional health. Building habits like journaling, meditation, or therapy fosters emotional resilience. It's like mental armor that softens future emotional blows. Environment. Being mindful of consumption and climate change is another act of foresight, protecting not just ourselves, but generations to come. This quote invites us to step out of reaction mode and live in a state of conscious anticipation. Not anxiety, not dread, but wise readiness. Whether on a spiritual path, in our personal lives, or in society at large, the message is the same: prepare not out of fear, but out of wisdom. Expect change, and meet it with grace. Distress doesn't come from hardship alone, it comes from surprise, from being unready. Foresight replaces fear with foresight, panic with peace, and chance with choice. Thank you for joining this exploration of wisdom. If this message resonated with you, like, share, and subscribe for more insights into timeless truths. Remember, every great journey begins with a single step, and every great idea begins with a strong foundation. See you in the next episode.